LoZ New Comic Book Day!
What's going on, everybody? Fuck.
We're leaving
Just
this.
keep it.
We're keeping
I
Fuck.
say we just keep going.
Hey, everybody.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck. All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the LoZ NCBD Legion on Zoom New Comic Book Day and whatnot. And we got some weekly shit for you. Miguel, what do we got?
Yo, exactly. And for today, right? June 30th, 2021. This is the motherfucking last day of the month, people. Shit. How has it been a year and change since the pandemic started? All right. But hopefully comic books have kept you fucking warm, feeling loved, feeling
And from taking your own life.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, I mean,
I'm
sure,
really fucking fast.
I'm sure that there are people who haven't died.
Bro, let's
because
unpeel
of
the
comics.
layers, okay? If comic books are making you hold on to life, if that's your life thread, first of all, I respect you.
Yes.
Second of all, there's nothing wrong with that. And third of all,
Nothing wrong with
please
them.
find some help. There's many hotlines, websites.
And I think it really points to the power of comic books, right? And then the weeklies, right? And we have weeklies at actually comic book shops, so you can get there digitally or on the apps like DC Universe, which we'll get into as well. So there's enough to keep you afloat, surviving week to week. All right.
Yeah,
Yo, we're
you
fucking
always have a
saving
reason.
lives.
No, but if comic books are your reason, yo, that's kind of cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, do you think we're anybody's reason?
You guys are my reason.
Facts. Ditto.
I'm gonna look at you
You
guys right soon in the eye.
the reason.
Shout out to Hoobastank.
Just dated
Word,
ourselves
shout
right
out.
now.
Oh, D. Fuck.
Man, we've seen how the age of people that listen to check out our shit, they don't know what Hoobastank is. Right now, Google will have a link for you to check out the video of fucking Hoobastank.
Facts.
Anyway, so for the weeklies, we're actually this week, so it gets tricky, right? So this is why, comic books are expensive. All right, guys, like we live in the fucking Bronx and the Heights. At least now we're professional, we can afford shit a little bit more. But it's been tight. It's tough to buy comic books actually weekly as they come out, and so sometimes some weeks are gonna be a little bit tight because there's apps like Marvel Unlimited, Comixology Unlimited, and DC Universe Infinite that subscription based, and you can wait a few months to get some books. So honestly, weekly, we're gonna be really honest right now for Legion on Zoom. We're really only buying one this week. Weekly doesn't mean good books are not out there. These are just the books that we're choosing not to buy because we have subscription services, right? Because, for example, we do have some great books. We got some Daredevil. Apparently, the Daredevil run right now is fucking amazing. We also have like the Eternals books coming out. It's also great. And we have the new big thing for Amazing Spider-Man, which is going to be the Chameleon Conspiracy, which if you heard our upcoming, if you're going to listen to our upcoming episode, where we talk about Nick Spencer and his run, which, spoiler alert, I'm not a fan. I am not a fan. Well, he has a new book out. So, you can go read that stuff. That's all good. But the one book I will be recommending is the X Factor number 10 by Leah Williams and David Baldeon. We've been talking about the Hellfire Gala. We've been talking about the Krakoa era of X-Men. It's an incredible time for the X books. I haven't been this excited as an X-Men reader since the 90s, honestly. Like, it's fucking great shit. Book after book, it's awesome. And this is the last book of this X Factor run, which has been a fun run. It's been a really good book, great art. It's ending, sadly, but it's supposed to lead to something epic next, which is going to be the trial of Magneto. So for people out there, also for you guys, I don't think you know too much about the current X Factor book because we've talked about it before. There's a lot of different X Factor books. The current X Factor team, their job is to evaluate the people that died, to make sure that they're dead, and then understand why they died. And then because of that, then they can get resurrected, right? Because they can't in Krakoa. you have to die and you have to confirm the death because you don't want to have it be like classic comic book shit where they die, but they didn't. They're like locked somewhere and then you resurrect them. And now you have a clone shit scenario going on.
That's layered. That's crazy, man. Dude, I love how X Factor is like legit just they do the dirty work for mutants.
Word. No, and so that's a team, and it's a good team. It's led by North Star, but it also has Polaris, which is she's moving on to the X-Men books now, the proper X-Men team. But one of my favorite characters is we have Daken or Daken. I've heard it pronounced
Daken. That's how I say it.
Oh, I like Daken, who is Wolverine's son. He's awesome in this book, and he has like this thing going on with a North Star's sister, Aurora from Alpha Flight. It's good shit. We have the kid with the eyes, Eye Boy from Jason Aaron's run in Wolverine and the X-Men, and some cool characters there. We have also Rachel Summers, so the complicated Cyclops Jean Grey's daughter from the future, from the Days of Future Past future. So it's a good cast. It's fun. It's a fun book. Great art from David Baldeon. And so this is the last book. And the big thing is apparently somebody dies in this issue that might be connected with the Trial of Magneto event that's going to come up soon. So I think we recommend that. I'm just going to take advantage right now to let you guys know because we've been recommending these books a lot. We talked about how the X-Men terraformed motherfucking Mars.
Facts.
Right? This was Magneto's idea. A big thing that just happened in the last book, we're going to add a spoiler alert here, I guess, or something. No, you're watching this, we're expecting spoilers, all right? Is that Magneto is trying to reconcile with his daughter, quote-unquote daughter, the Scarlet Witch, right? So Wanda, from fucking WandaVision, who in the comic books are not, they're not, Quicksilver and Wanda are not his kids anymore because of retcon comic book goodness.
Of course.
But Magneto accepted her as her daughter anyway, because Magneto was like, I basically like, you know, was there for you. Like, you know, I loved you as a daughter. So I don't care if you're not like biologically my daughter, but you're still my daughter. And I want to like make peace and do good with you, which is going to be a big deal because in Krakoa, they have a word for her, which is the Pretender. Because like Wanda also fucked up with the mutants on the, you know, before with no more mutants after House of M and all that kind of stuff. So we have all this stuff happening with Magneto just terraformed Mars. He's reconciling things with Wanda, which mutants hate. Somebody's gonna die in X Factor, and then we're gonna have Trial of Magneto. I don't know. I think something's happening there. That's all the more reason why you have to read the last issue of X Factor for right now.
That is busy as fuck. Facts.
Yeah, highly recommend. Also, just to throw out there, spoiler alert for people out there, you got to read fucking Sword because all the stuff because you with Mars, you know, Mars is now a unified planet owned by the mutants. Do you guys guess who's the king or queen of Mars or regent? Technically, that's the appropriate term.
Loki.
It's a mutant world. Why would it be Loki?
Word. What the fuck?
You said king or queen, and it kind of threw me off. Like he could be either or.
Right. We should
Emma Frost.
Good, close, but no. She's busy with the Hellfire, industry that she has. Rod, do you have another choice? Ooh, that would have been a good one, but no way they would have allowed that to happen.
Word, like that would have been like a unanimous from every mutant on Krakoa, and then Krakoa also votes.
Spoiler: I'm gonna give a little hint out there. Who's the only X-Man or X-woman?
Namor.
No, woman. Well, X-woman. I'm gonna be more that has had a experience being a queen.
Storm.
Yay, I'm motherfucker.
Nice.
Storm is the queen of Mars, man, which is fucking epic.
From Queen of Wakanda, that's a queen of Mars. Yes, queen.
Yes. So all the more reasons why you got to read these books. The X-Men, they're all connected, so we highly recommend those. But those are the main books we're recommending to buy weekly. Really, the X Factor books. If you're buying other books, there's a lot of other good image books from like Crossover, the Department of Truth, new books. I haven't read those ones, but they're great. From what I've been reading, from what I've been hearing. So tell us what you're buying out there. But that's what we recommend right now. Besides that, now we're gonna move on to the DC Universe Infinite app. Now, if you're on a subscription service, we got a few recommendations. Rod, what are you recommending?
All right. So I think it's a must-have for all comic book fans. Like I dig it, which is why I really dive into the weeklies nowadays, because it kind of went from me buying like all the comics at Midtown, right, to like maybe now just DC to now, just the DC Unlimited stuff, or DC Universe Infinite, not Unlimited. That's Marvel.
So in buying all the comics, you actually had an understanding of the comprehensive current state of the DC universe from all angles. Like you knew
man.
You knew what was happening.
But yeah, so like right now I'm really into this app. I started reading The Authority, just side note, because we were talking about it a few the LoZ Glorious Purpose episode. I'll put the link right here. But yeah, it's really cool, and it's Warren Ellis and Brian Hitch, really dope epic. But yesterday, this is what dropped on DC Universe Infinite. Now, I'm finally gonna get into Dark Knight's Death Metal. The whole thing is on there finally. I've been putting that off for a while because of Miguel's lukewarm review. Refer back to LoZ 1984. There's the link. Go watch
I think it's
that.
the first episode of the season.
Yep. But I'm just gonna recommend the Endless Winter storyline that's coming out weekly. And it's a different installment so far each week, and also I think the main books like Justice League have tie-in issues. But I'm gonna recommend you read Teen Titans Endless Winter Special 1. Now I haven't read it yet, although it came out yesterday, but I am enjoying this storyline because it's kind of like a bit Marvel-esque, and there's some irony there, right? Because now like with Heroes Reborn, Marvel's doing like a DC kind of spin, right, on some shit. Yeah. And I feel like this storyline is kind of giving me Marvel vibes with the Ice Giants, and then like the main villain is kind of like a Norse a cryomancer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't read any of the current Teen Titans. I don't know where they are right now, like in continuity, but this will be a good jumping on point, I think. So I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Word. And you've been recommending the Endless Winter basically since it's been coming out,
Word.
And then like you were recommending like last week the Black Adam one. You get a chance, like how was that? Was that good?
I think DC might have like flipped the release, like at least on their website. I haven't had a chance to check that one out, but they have that one coming out yesterday, whatever. But this series I think is like the brainchild of Andy Lanning and writers Andy Lanning and Ron Marz. I think they're writing most of these tie-ins and like the main Justice League Endless Winter #1. I'm pretty sure they wrote that. And this book is drawn by Jesus Marino and Marco Santucci.
Super Italian name.
Nice. The other book that I'm recommending. Yes. come on to the show.
All those people do a show.
Yeah. The other book that I'm recommending for the DC Universe app, like we've been talking about Detective Comics. It's a great book. What we're reading on Detective, because right now on the weekly, we got Mariko Tamaki and Diane Mora writing the run. But if you want to catch up, go to DC Universe app, because that's what I'm doing. And it's written by Peter J. Tomasi, illustrated by Brad Walker, pretty dope artist. And it's just continuing on with the story of the mayor that's running for mayor of Gotham, that hates vigilantes, wants to remove Mask of Vigilantes, that connects with the future state storyline that we saw a few months ago. And the big thing now that's happened is that Hush is involved, old school Hush. So that's kind of cool to see him back playing this big fucking deal. Last where we left him off, like he captured basically the whole Bat family except Damian and obviously in Batman, right? And so that it's like to figure that stuff out. So it's a really fun book. I'm actually really enjoying Detective Comics, maybe a little bit more so than the Batman run, which is gloriously illustrated by, what's his name again? Jimenez, right?
Yeah, Jorge Jimenez,
amazing artist, but like,
Yeah,
Detective
I wasn't
Comics.
compelled. Yeah, me too. Like the Joker War story, it had its moments, and it had the introduction of a new cool character, Punchline. Right, I think that's her intro to the lore.
I like Punchline, and I like the Clown Hunter. Right, is that the other one? The little kid dude that's like fucking insane, and like just because he saw like, so this is the Joker War was right, like with all Joker basically stole Bruce Wayne's money and then like gave it to fuel his war, and then just gave it to a bunch of people, and they're all fucking out there destroying the city. And apparently these Joker like gang henchmen killed this kid's family, and then he like went nuts, and he's like this Joker hunter and just kills fucking Jokers and like anybody who's evil. And he's like he's a quirky character, kind of cool. But yeah, but the whole story Joker War was all right. I don't know.
Do you think maybe like that was inspired by some throwback shit? Because didn't Terry McGinnis's dad get killed by a gang of Jokers?
Oh,
deep cut from the cartoon. Fucking Batman Beyond episode 1, I believe. Jesus Christ.
Damn, even the episode number.
Yeah, facts. Damn, that sounds crazy. And I just noticed something. Does Detective Comics go by the original numbering? Because that's a brolic issue. 1033.
As of like 1000, they went back and there was like a huge issue with like Kevin Smith wrote a piece on it. A bunch of legendary writers. I'm just thinking about Kevin Smith because of Fat Man.
Facts.
I try to get some Fat Man Beyond in my life. Fucking the name is brilliant. Speaking of Terry.
Dude, like I've always like I just noticed that and I appreciate that so much. Like I hate that convoluted numbering shit. I mean, I understand why people do it. There's different series, but the fact that the OG comic book went back to its original numbering, that's pretty lit. I like that for some reason. I just want to point that out.
No, and I like for example, like Marvel's done stuff like where they do like the legacy numbering and then the new numbering, and so like which I appreciate. And I think DC might have done the same. You know, because even like a few weeks ago, we recommended Venom. I think it was 200, but that's like the legacy number. That's not the actual issue where they were at. So like, I appreciate that, you know, but obviously big props to like the comics keeping kind of like the same fucking numbering since then. Hell yeah.
And shit, to be honest, Rod, correct me if I'm wrong. That's one of the most like stable books like in history, right? Like Detective Comics just goes like it's like fucking gravity at DC. That shit just continues. Like I've never heard of a break in Detective Comics. Like hence, like it's one of the few books that could actually pull that off. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's either that or Batman. But I feel like Detective Comics is the OG book. Like
that is DC. That's what it means. DC.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, so for the fans that don't fucking DC Detective Comics, that's the OG comic book right there. Which, like, I'm glad we stumbled onto that. Fucking, that's awesome. So, and there you have it. That's the fucking weeklies. So, as usual, get shit, buy shit, read shit. So we keep on getting shit. This is Chaz.
Yo, this is Miguel. Cheers.
This is Rob. Peace out, people.
Deuces.